Hey, in today's show, I'm going to take you to an area that I haven't been to in maybe about a year. So if you've been new to this channel, you haven't seen this area yet. We're down by the Vanderbilt University area. Now, what does that mean? It's not downtown, it's kind of midtown. I guess most people would call it midtown. And me as a native Nashvilleian, when I was growing up, I would have called it midtown. So Vanderbilt runs between 21st Avenue, Hillsborough Road, and over toward 12th Avenue. Belmont University is right here at Vanderbilt University, right here at Vanderbilt. And what you're also going to find is the Hospital Vanderbilt, the medical center, everything involved with it. So as you can imagine, it's a pretty congested, very hot, exciting area to be in. It's certainly an area that people who might be going to the university or graduate students, certainly young doctors, interns, super convenient. I actually am working with several people who want to be walking distance to where they work and to good food, good restaurants, good grocery stores. We don't have that many places here in the Nashville area that are walking communities, but I would certainly consider this one of them here on the 18th Avenue down to 21st area. So let's take a look. I'll show you several of the homes, the condominiums. There are both apartments, condominiums, older home. It's a beautiful neighborhood with giant trees. One thing you are going to get though is noise. We are close to Vanderbilt Hospital, and every day I'm here I happen to hear life flight helicopters. With the convenience of being close into town, walking distance, you do get some of the noise, but you tell me, is being walking distance to boutiques, restaurants, some really good shopping, the grocery stores, easy Uber Eats, anybody delivers to right here, close to Vanderbilt and close to all the affiliated kind of businesses that go along with it, that may be a perfect spot for you. Price point, we'll talk about it. Rentals, ownership, good investment properties. We'll get into all of these things. Why do I know what I know? I'm a native Nashvilleian, one of the few remaining Nashvilleians. I am a lifelong realtor here in the area. I am a retired general contractor. So I know a lot of the ins and the outs of the business and of Nashville's growth. Those are important when people are moving here to try to learn about their new city. It's fun to drive through and say, this used to be all rental property, and most of it was at some point. In the 50s, 60s, 70s, when people were moving out of town, some of these four squares that you see behind me all would have been rental property, maybe divided up into 3, 4, 5 apartments. Vanderbilt did not used to have dormitory housing. So all the undergraduate students and graduate students actually had to live in apartments. It wasn't until, I guess, probably now the 90s, but it wasn't until the 90s when they now have university dorm housing and students have to stay there. It's still overflow housing, still not enough of it. But you can see the transgression of this used to be a very nice, expensive area. Then people started moving out into the suburbs, became rental property. Now it's morphed back into what it used to be, and it's a highly desirable area. Let's take a look. So this week's video is a direct response to a question that I received from someone moving to Nashville who is going to become a professor at Vanderbilt. And they wanted to be walking distance, but they wanted to feel the real flavor of Nashville. They wanted to be less than a 15-minute distance away from the Vanderbilt campus. So let me get you oriented a little bit. As we've said, if you've been watching my videos for long, you know many of our streets change names. The Vanderbilt campus is about 333 acres. So what I'm looking at is this 18th Avenue, this kind of area. Some people are going to call it Midtown. Some are going to call it Music Row, the Gulch. It just depends on how far over you go. But if you've heard me many times, 21st Avenue here runs into West End Avenue at this point. At this point, they become Broadway and take you straight down to the river, straight down to downtown. This Gulch area is really close by. As you can see, downtown is very close by. So easy access. But the Vanderbilt campus itself is a little over 300 acres. This whole Midtown area is really what I would call the Midtown area. But for somebody who's looking for a place that's really, truly walking distance, so, from 18th Avenue, you can walk straight down to 21st Avenue. And that's where you'll see in just a moment with all the shopping and the things that you may have heard of before, the Pancake Pantry with world famous pancakes. Their lines are out the doors for days, and that's all right here. So if you want to be walking distance from the grocery stores and close to Vanderbilt right here down Midtown toward the campus. You're looking for high-rise condominiums. You're looking for places to rent. There's a ton of those as well. When you want to find homes, you're going to have to go a little bit further over into this area, further down 21st, a little further outside for the most part, or over to the other side, over in some of these areas. But this whole section, for the most part, is condominiums, high-rise condominiums, lots of luxury condos and rental apartments. Not so many single-family homes any longer. As I'm sure you can tell by now, this neighborhood of Midtown is really super easy to navigate, so walkable. Plenty of places to keep busy on the weekends, to eat. This area is known and most appreciated for its convenience. Locals and tourists alike flock to this area for live music, great food, entertainment. Unfortunately, a couple of the places that we old Nashvillians knew and loved, the Exit Inn and Elliston Place, some of the Elliston Place hamburger joints are now closed, but that opens up for lots of new, great, fun places to eat and have fun. Centennial Park is just within minutes of the area, so it's walking distance for miles of green walking trails, great sunken gardens, the lake, places to play frisbee golf with your dog or with your friends, and the replica of the Parthenon. Now, the close in is also the Vanderbilt Hospital, but also other hospitals of St. Thomas and St. Thomas West. So the easy access to 21st Broadway West End makes this such an exciting, inviting place for people to live. Midtown housing consists of both beautiful antique homes that are certainly multi-million-dollar homes, highly tree-lined streets, but for the most part now you're going to find high-rise condominiums, lots of luxury condominiums, luxury apartments, and super high-rise condos for your pleasure of anything that you might want within the area. The main appeal is the extraordinary convenience with shopping, walking, office, homes, plenty of dining and entertaining options. This neighborhood in urban and feel has it all. Hey, and if you're seriously thinking about moving to Nashville or just coming to visit to feel it out, do what so many others have done, give me a call, reach out to me. Let's talk for about 30 minutes based on your needs. We can come up with a great game plan for you so that you can make your trip, your visit as productive as possible.